Morning. I thought I'd talk about something ordinary. Well, you know, like ordinary, like an everyday person type thing. And I have a lot of challenges within my life and had an awful lot of challenges. Um, and I'm just because I suppose where maybe my ADHD is a gift in some ways because it keeps me with this energy and positivity to meet those challenges. There's almost a not giving up type attitude, but that doesn't mean that I haven't had to fight, because I have. And my upbeatness can be difficult for some people, but I've been in the wallows of depression. I've crawled through things, particularly when I didn't understand people's intentions, or the fact that during growing up I was mistreated a lot, and it gave me all of those ugly, nasty feelings that we get with the lack of self-belief, the depression, the beating yourself up. It took me a long time to change how I felt about myself. And I did find that for me has been the key. I still have challenges now. And I know a lot of people have been through things. But when you look at someone, you don't know what their story is. And people, I could tell you my story. It's not a good story, but it is a good story. Because I've chosen to, for me, I found the strength. It took me a few years to find it. But when I started to do certain things for myself, those viewpoints and those strengths started to appear. So, once again, I talk about programming within the brain. So, I realized if you're going to input those past painful comments that you're going to have heard, and I still have them now from people, if I'm going to input them into my brain, what do we think is going to happen? Is that going to create a good program, or do you think the virus is going to get in? If that's the way you can look at it, because that's the way I look at it. Anybody who does that has that virus themselves. They're nasty. Well, they're not nasty. That doesn't seem fair. They're a damaged person and they want to spread a bit of their damage to you. And there's a thing called, well, there's a thing you can do which is externalizing or internalizing. Now, when you've been through some bad times, often what you'll do is you'll internalize that pain, so you'll take it within you and think about it. A great technique to learn is externalizing, which is where you don't let that nasty information in. You push it back to that person and you realize that person is not a good person. They've got a lot to learn about how to treat people, because nobody knows what somebody is going through, and you could be that one person that pushes them. So this is why, for me, my standing is to never be that person, because I know I've been at my points, and I've been at terrible, terrible low points in my life. So I'm determined I'm going to make some of my life worthwhile, and I'm going to dedicate it to helping people, and that's what I've decided, and myself, and turn it around. Finding that strength, there's methods to go through where you can find those, but I always say internal talking is difficult. I'm paying attention to people who are really negative and not kind to you. There's an awful lot of jealousy out in this world, I've noticed, where some people just are jealous of someone even being happy because they're not happy. And what I always found about jealousy is if I was ever jealous of something, rather than direct it at that person, I'm jealous of you, I'd go, okay, what is it I'm jealous of? I'd use the logic. Okay, well, I'm jealous that they're doing that. And I go, well, I'll do it then as well. It's all about quite often when you find somebody you're jealous of someone or someone's jealous, it's because it's something they want to do and be able to achieve. So, what's stopping them? I mean, I know like life has its restrictions. I was restricted for a long, long time and I couldn't get out. But when I came to a point where I could get out, I ran. And this is why I'm as well like I am now, because when you've been through stuff and you get out the other end, not much can knock you then, because oh yeah, I've been here before and I've had worse. So there is something to be said for finding your feet. I can help people find their feet, and if anybody wants me to help them, I can. You know, to a point. Obviously, there might be things I don't know how to, but the way I'm gonna help anyway is on these videos. So if there's anything anybody wants me to talk about, how I did my journey, then I'll put it on here. All right, guys. Bye.